Hello, my name is Jiwon Jun, and this will be my presentation on my research paper, Sleepwalking in Children. To give a short explanation on how I got into this, the reason I chose sleepwalking is because I'm interested in psychology and the brain. It is one of my many research interests, and I wrote this as an organization for sleepwalking in children. The reason I chose children specifically is because sleepwalking is more common in children, and therefore more needs to be done and researched for children. Introduction and background. A study on the potential causes of sleepwalking in children, mainly research-driven and a starting point for future studies. This research paper was a study on the potential causes of sleepwalking in children, basically a collection of research and organization of the causes. Sleepwalking is also known as somnambulism and is a sleep disorder characterized by walking or performing complex actions while asleep. Importance: This study addresses the risks associated with sleepwalking and aims to enhance the understanding of sleepwalking in children. There is always a potential risk involved with sleepwalking. The patient may face risks of injury from falls or bumping into objects as they are not fully aware of their surroundings. Causes: Genetic factors such as genetic mutations and sleepwalking history in parents. Neurological factors, such as children spending more time in deep sleep stages, sleep deprivation, which may disrupt normal sleep schedules, and movement disorders, such as restless leg syndrome and sleep apnea, can all increase risks of sleepwalking in children. Especially since the child's brain is still developing, they are more likely to experience sleepwalking episodes. Symptoms: Starting with small unconscious actions, which are mostly harmless, the symptoms can escalate to walking around and potentially interacting with surroundings and objects. This table shows that according to the different levels and intensity of sleepwalking, different safety measures need to be taken. Intervention methods. Some people go to medical professionals and use short-term tranquilizers as a way to keep their child from sleepwalking. Others choose to intervene by awakening a sleepwalker, and like many assumptions, it is safe to wake a sleepwalker, especially if they're in danger. If they resist, monitor them until they return naturally to bed. The easiest way to intervene is to clean up the environment. Ensure that you remove tripping hazards, lock doors, windows, and use a stair gate if you have stairs. Securing dangerous items such as knives can also minimize accidents. Future research. This paper was mainly for me to research and organize the causes of sleepwalking in children and understand sleepwalking better. Now that I've gained enough information, I plan to begin trying to study the brain during sleepwalking, specifically finding which regions are awake and asleep in the brain and how the transitions in the brain from sleep stages in kids are different from adults. Significance. What will the significance for studying the brain during sleepwalking do? Many researchers focus on observations or interviews, but fewer focus on the brain. This means that there is more to discover than other fields of research in sleepwalking. It could also help us understand how a person moves, walks, and interacts while not being fully conscious. Not only that, but it could also show how the consciousness is broken up, and show how the developing brain of the child is different from that of an adult and how it develops specifically. Thank you for listening to my presentation, and I hope that even after this competition, I will be able to further research and understand the brain during sleepwalking even better.